All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Monday, asynchronous. Hopefully, you guys had a good weekend. This should be quick. Just wanted to give you a few reminders regarding some of the stuff I want you to do on the review. It's going to look very similar to what you did on the quiz from last week. And I would want to remind you about the guess and check type problems that we worked on Friday. So here we go. So make sure that when you go back to Schoology, you open up Chapter 1 Review. It'll open up this study guide. And so the first question is exactly as it was with the points. Name the points, but also place the points on the drawing using this tool right here. The shapes, pick the circle, and then wherever the point is, just plot the point. I don't believe that's a place where a point is, but that's just an example for you to plot your points. I did change one thing. So these, I do want you to still put your answers, but I now have the ability for you to draw a line of best fit. So you can go up here to the line, and again, just drag, and oops, it didn't. Make sure that it selects. There we go. It's not really what I wanted to do, but, and we're still drawing. So you just got to be careful with this. There we go. So once you do draw a line, you can kind of just move it around, see what you can do. So that's an okay line of best fit, but once you draw that, just answer the questions and try and justify your answer. I'm definitely going to expect you to do that on the quiz. Try to tell me a little bit more than I just used the line of best fit. Tell me about the line of best fit. Tell me about the data. It's going down, it's going up. So try and use your words there. All right. 3 is all typing, or actually for 3 and 4, what I want you to do, or I'm sorry, for both parts of 3, A and B, I want you to post your work. Post a picture of your work for those two. All right, and then this one, the patterns, you can draw the squares. Again, just double click, draw the squares using the shape tool, and create your figure. Don't forget that, just like with the points, you can copy and then paste rather than continue to draw every single square. You can just keep hitting paste. Actually, I don't think you have to right click. You can just hit Control V, a whole bunch. There you go. All right, and then the other questions below it, just type your answer. For the one you can show your work though, if you want. The last one where it asks you to figure out how wide figure 2 will be, or how many tiles will be in figure 8 for C and D. If you want to post a picture of your work, that would probably be a good idea. You don't have to, though. You can just make sure you explain. Don't just give me the answer you got, or else I can't. Well, I am going to give you the points for this, but for the quiz, I'm not going to be able to give you points. So. All right. Quick reminder of these types of problems, these guess and check type problems. Oftentimes with a guess and check, think about it. If we only had one rule, there would be no check part of the guess. We would just have a guess, see if it worked for the one rule, and then that would be it, right? But with guess and check, you're guessing for one rule and you have to check to make sure it works with the other, right? So if, for example, let me open up my camera here. Bring up the whiteboard. There we go. For example, if I said x plus y equals 14, any numbers could work that add up to 14. 7 and 7. 8 and 6. 9 and 5. Those are all things that would work, right? So that's the guessing part. But then we have a second rule where x times y needs to be 49, right? 9 and 5 would equal 45. That's not it. 8 times 6. So you see, in order for it to be a guess and check problem, there needs to be more than one rule that we need to check with, or else we would just guess numbers. So for example, the pet problem. It says a pet shop has 15 animals, all cats and birds. So that means right there's one rule. All of the cats and birds need to add up to 15, right? So all of the cats and birds, so it could be 8 cats and 7 birds. It could be 10 cats and 5 birds, right? Let me show you what I mean with the camera. Sorry about that. So the cats and the birds need to add up to 15, right? That's the number of animals at whatever this is. I guess a shelter or a pet store. Okay, like I said, that could be 10 cats, 5 birds. And don't forget, you can switch them. It could be 5 and 10. 5 cats and 10 birds. Don't forget that you can switch them. I'm just going to list them out here. So 10 and 5 is a possibility. And you can just list them out, right? 11 plus 4. Now, you don't have to do this, but I'm just showing you that that's one rule. All right, that's the guessing part. Right now, what I'm doing is guessing for that one rule. And it could be anything that adds up to 15. Now, this is where the check part comes in. For guess and check. There's another rule. It says if all of the animals that this pet shop has it's a total of 32 legs, how many cats, or it actually says how many birds are there, but we can find both. Okay. So there's the second rule, which is the number of legs. And the number of legs has to add up to 32. Now, by the way, you do not have to create equations like this. I just do it because I think it's a good way to organize your work. You could also set up a table. So cats, birds, right? And we just know they have to add up to 15. So you could say 10 and 5. You could go right down the line. You could say 15, 0, 14, 1, 13, 2, 4, 12, 3, 11, 4, 10, 5. You can just go right down the line and list all of the possibilities for the number of animals. All right? But ultimately, the number of legs has to add up to 32. So how many legs does a cat have? Well, a cat has 4. So if there were 15 cats, actually I'm going to use an easier number. If there were 10 cats, each cat has 4 legs, that would be a total of 40 legs. What about for the birds? Birds have 2 legs. So if there were 5 birds to the 10 cats, 5 times 2 is 10. You'd add those up, but they have to add up to 32. And again, you don't have to make a list either. There's a lot of different ways you could do this. I'm going to go back to my equation here. There were, 15 animals? You could just set it up like this. Something that looks like this. And I'm going to guess, let's see here, 10, no, let's go 11 birds. And that'd make 4 cats. So that's going to be my guess for right now. I just want to show you something here. So 4 legs for every cat. 4 times 4 is 16. So that's 16 legs for the cats. And then 2 legs for every bird. 11 birds. So it would be 22 legs total for the birds added up. I got close. Here's what I wanted you to show you. So this didn't work. So I could kind of just go back and cross out that guess. Right? So that didn't work. But look how close we got. 38 to 32. So when you go to make your next guess, use this. 3 and 11 got close, so either try 5 and 10 or 3 and 12 and see if those work. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that's basically it with guess and check. It's going to be two rules that you need to be true. And if you can get it so that both are true, then you've done your job. So other than that, guys, hope you guys had a great weekend. Hopefully get off to a good start this week, and I'll talk to you on Tuesday, tomorrow. Take care.